Man, I can't say what just popped into my head.
No, you can say it.
Yeah, you say it. This is the number one trending podcast, okay, in the world.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No,
I mean,
you're not.
no, I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Edit that out. I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not gonna edit it.
No, okay, yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TIMS Bro Podcast. We're back. Here
Yes,
we
sir.
are. Second episode. This is the number one trending podcast.
Check the charts.
You gotta
check the
check
charts.
the numbers.
We're trending right now.
This is the thing is, people might not believe us, but it is true.
It is.
It's on the uprise right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right. We went from 1 viewer to 2 viewers, so we're on our
All
way.
facts, no cap.
So the first episode, it was just my mom. Now it's my mom and my dad. So we're doing a lot better this one. So, hey, guys, how's it going? Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, and tuning in. You guys can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, right? So make sure to subscribe and like and share. It would help us out tremendously. So I want to, obviously, dude, I didn't even introduce you.
No, it's
so
fine, it's fine. There should have been a little
this is
something right here.
yeah. This is the greatest coffee maker in the world right here. My assistant
Facts.
Dino. So my assistant, this guy, man. When I tell him to go get my laundry, go pick up my kid from school, he is there. Faithful
time,
on
not
time
late.
and everything, bro. He's never late. So also my beautiful wife Karla producing the show. She's behind the camera. You guys can't see her. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, man. But bro, you know what time it is? You already know. Oh, it's too long. Yeah, you already know what time it is. It's time. That's my boy. Is that Michael Buffer? Yeah, it's Michael Buffer.
Bruce Buffer?
Bruce Buffer.
Michael
Michael's his brother. That's his brother.
okay.
He's the one that does Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
okay,
Yeah, that's
okay,
his
okay.
other brother. So anyway,
same
same thing, same brother. Did you know they didn't even know that they were brothers? That's a whole nother podcast. They did, yeah.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Yeah, no.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing. They didn't even know that they were brothers.
How do you not know?
They
Like, did they just show up to the same event one day and was like,
No, so he was on the Mike Tyson podcast,
Gotcha.
and they ended up talking about how he legit didn't know he had a brother. Dad didn't tell him. Different moms. Not kidding.
What?
So, yeah, same thing with this guest. I found out that my mom had him, and actually was he lived out in Mexico for many years, and I found out that he was my long-lost brother. Why don't we go ahead and welcome our second guest, Javi Hernandez. Everybody. Yes, sir. Welcome on. Oh, you were excessive on that one. Your fingers went crazy, dude. You were tired before this podcast, and now all of a sudden
it's that
you
black
got
coffee, bro.
black coffee. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, doing good, man.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you.
And that is the end of this podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. No, it's good to have you. How we've known each other since I was 16. I'm 31 now. So whatever the math is on that,
That's 15 years.
15 years. It's almost half of my life.
Wow.
Dang, that's insane, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So obviously, once again, thanks for being here. But we would love to obviously just have conversations with you and talk nothing about your music. By the way, I hate your music. I hate reggaeton. I don't even like it.
You know what's worse than reggaeton?
What's that?
Reggaeton producers.
Yeah. Oh God, Lee. Yeah. Boo that man. He's canceled. Get him off the show. We don't want him here. No. Yeah, man. So we're gonna spend most of the time talking about covenant worship and you being a leader. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ! We love you,
Love you, God. Yeah. So we definitely no. I want to get deep and talk about who you are, where you come from, all that good stuff. Tell some funny stories about a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't know. About you and me, man. Some of these funny stories. You know what I'm talking about. Well, you might not, but you will. Yeah, man. This soundboard is real.
He's on it.
He's on it.
I
Last
gotta say,
episode, I had to dock his
you
pay.
might suck as a producer, but you're really good.
I had to dock his pay, and then
the
I,
first episode,
and then
he
I
got
ga- yeah,
on.
and then I gave him a raise because he did some good stuff, but then I docked it again, and now he's back at a raise. So
That's fair.
You're good. And
That's
I
how
fired,
the union works.
I fired him a couple of times, but he's good to go now. So
Yeah.
we're totally good.
Good.
But yeah, man. So why don't we just start off with like the greatest question you can ask somebody? Where'd you get your start? The most generic.
So original. Man, I started singing at church.
yeah.
Yeah. At my home church that I grew up at. And just when I was like maybe 11 or 12,
Nice.
just kind of got that, that call to do it. And I went for
Yeah.
it and I haven't stopped since, man.
That's what's up.
Yup.
That is
That's
what's
how
up.
that works.
So a lot of people don't know this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But you actually, when you were younger, you did a mariachi album, right? How old were you? 13, 14?
I was 14 when
Is
that
that
came
still
out.
out?
Yeah.
No, it's not
on
out.
Spotify. You can't find it on Apple Music. Okay,
SoundCloud,
it's not
though?
there. Definitely on SoundCloud.
It does not have.
No.
It does not exist in the digital world.
Yeah.
I only have cassette copies.
Yeah, because you did it. That was straight up analog back in the day, right?
It was done on what were those called?
Analog
Just
tape.
the analog
yeah,
tapes.
It's a tape machine.
Yep. And I only
Yeah.
made cassettes.
Dang.
I didn't even make CDs. We were poor.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm still poor, but I mean,
Yeah, no, man. For everybody out there, this guy he's rolling in a Mercedes Benz, so that's a lie.
that's not
So,
true.
Yeah, he is. You have a Mercedes Benz, bro. Don't lie.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah. And you know what? Maury never lies. Never.
That is true.
He doesn't.
That guy
but his
is not
guests
a liar.
do.
Oh, absolutely. My favorite's when they run and the cameramen that have to follow him. Karla, take notes. All right, those guys are like running through hallways, jumping over obstacles. It looks like
I'm
dude,
about to start writing. Can she follow me? Like,
Yeah.
on
Oh,
all this?
absolutely.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure. No, but that's cool, man. So you've been obviously in the recording studio. I will say you are one of for people that don't know. You should know this. If you don't, then you're canceled. But I've been producing for Javi the last 10 years. Is that wrong?
What?
Less?
I feel like I don't know about producing.
No, I
We've
mixed.
been like
I mixed.
Yes, like working
yeah,
together.
Yeah. But producing, no. Yeah, you're right.
Because I feel like
How long?
I feel
have
like we've just
produced
been
for you?
like collectively working together. Whether you were producing for me or whether we were on a project together. Or
that
something
would be
that.
like 10 years.
That would be like
Maybe even longer.
maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little longer.
Yeah, because it was like
Maybe
2008.
11, 12.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
2008, 2009. So yeah, it's probably been a little
Crazy,
longer.
right?
Yeah, that is crazy.
So
That is
I
crazy.
asked this last episode with Julio, but again, so obviously 10 years. So how did you guys actually meet, though?
Oh, a crazy story. I still remember it. Really well.
I'm gonna see if what I think is what it is and
Yeah.
what you think it is.
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, no, yeah. So we ended up we were at a club and this guy was twerking on the net. No, I'm just kidding. So we actually met in church.
You were twerking in church, bro?
Yeah, dude.
I was like,
In
wait, you
in
saw me?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. So it was my grandma's church, and you were in a band. I was in a band called Legacy.
Yes.
I was this close to not saying the band name because you could still YouTube it and find some things on there.
Dude,
so I won't
why
say the
did
full
you do
name.
that to
No, I
YouTube?
won't say the full
He's
name.
lying. That's
That-
not the name.
That is
Like,
definitely
it's
the name.
ungoogleable.
No, it is.
We'll have the links in the description below.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yo, 20,000 likes and I'll show the video. 20,000. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we essentially we were both in the band, but we hadn't met each other yet.
Right.
I had just joined.
Yep.
You knew CC and Kelly a long time before that,
I
right?
did.
Okay.
I still know them.
What were you doing?
Yeah.
What were you playing in the band?
I was playing harmonica and
What?
a mean triangle. So no, I was playing guitar. So I ended up. They were like, "Hey, we need a guitar player, and we need one of the worst ones in the DFW area." I was like, "Man, I got you."
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. I play backwards, upside down, and it doesn't sound good. But so I walk in, and I still remember you were singing a song, and Pochi was playing the keys, and I walked in, and my mom and my sister were with me.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were, because I still remember them. They if I call them right now, they would say the same story. They walked in and you were singing. I think it was El Poder de Tu Amor or something. You were singing something
man.
like that.
That's probably right.
And, and that's how Javi laughs too when he's like,
It's true.
yeah, that's it.
Just like that.
So I remember you were singing that song, and I was like, oh man, this guy can really sing. Because in that time, it was a really small community. There wasn't like all this like social media, YouTube. You couldn't find all these like crazy people that were just crazy talented. It was more like hearsay. Like, man, have you heard that guy Javi sing? Have you heard that one guy play piano? Have you, it was always that. For him, it was more like, man, there's this really talented male singer, because there were so many great female singers, but there wasn't that many male singers. And so I remember just thinking like, oh my God, this guy can sing. And then we had practice, and then we met that day, and we kicked it, and we had a really good time. And then, yeah, the rest was history. And I remember I was 16 years old. I was 16 years old, dude. I was a little baby. Little baby.
Was that the same story that you had, Hav?
No.
Oh.
I thought...
Dang.
You said your... Whoa, no, yeah. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought you said your aunt's church.
No, my grandma's church. Yeah,
all of his family members have a church for some reason.
Yeah, well, my aunt did pastor that church.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Before my grandmother, and then they moved to Florida. But no, yeah, it was my grandma's
I do
church.
remember it. Yeah.
Church,
I do. That was awesome. That I do remember.
Yeah.
That location.
And then I got kicked out of the band.
Oh,
For sure.
that was not my fault.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I didn't
Sucked at the
know.
harmonica or what?
I thought
No,
you quit.
I think I played in the wrong key, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy just ain't it."
I thought you quit.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
They're like, "Yeah, get out of here, get out of
Get outta
here,
here.
Get him
this
outta
guy
here."
ain't good, get him out of here." And no, yeah, and I got
Playing whack.
whack,
The way he stands,
whack, his guitar, whack.
Stage presence,
Whack. So they kicked me out of the band. No, I can't remember if I quit or I got kicked out.
I want to say you quit.
I want to
Yeah,
say
you
I
quit.
quit.
Sounds-
Yeah, knowing my attitude and the way that I am, I'm like, you know what? The leader of the band, he's a rat. I don't like this guy. He's canceled.
That
Get him
dude
out of
Javi,
here. No, I'm kidding.
whack.
That's totally not true. I better take that back because people will take me seriously.
They're about to tag him.
Yeah. Don't tag him. So I do remember, I left, and then I went on to better and greater things and became Timbro. So
It is better and greater
Yeah,
things.
no, it's all right. It's all right. It's not too
I
bad.
think everybody
It's
in
not
that
too
band
bad.
went on to better and
Yeah,
greater
everybody
things.
went on the better, greater things. There was a video. Dude, we got to find a still of the video and put it
no.
up on the screen of Javi. Y'all had like a reunion. I was not invited to.
That's not true.
No, it is so true. I was not invited. And Javi was actually wearing 2 different boots.
Oh,
Please
my
explain
God.
that. Oh my God!
Oh,
Please
what is
explain
that?
that. No.
Okay, so because aside from being in the group, we're friends, right? So
Yeah.
we're all, for the most part, there's someone that we don't care about, but for the most part, we're all
You can drop
friends.
names here.
Yeah,
if
here
you
we
want.
drop names
We
and we
drop
put
names, bro.
ats. We put ats in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't exist.
Now, at first I did not know
That
we
was
were-
a great opportunity for a sound effect, and you missed it. I just want to know we're gonna dock your pay again.
Yeah, you know what? Canceled. Fired.
No, so we got together, and then we were just kind of like hanging out. We had already eaten, and we were hanging out at the piano, and we were just kind of singing, reminiscing all the songs we used to do as a band together, right?
Right.
And so in the video, Cece was sitting next to me. We were like on a cabinet or something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
It was a small room, so we were all kind of
I
scattered out.
remember that, yeah.
And Leslie was like next to on one side of me, and Cece was on the other side. And like Leslie was over here making noise. I'm all distracted by the noise. And I noticed Kelly was just like looking at looking down at the floor. I didn't know what she was looking at. So there's a part in the video where we're all like looking down, like what? And then Cece's singing so pretty. She's singing that one song that she would always sing.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like glanced down, and I'm like, am I wearing 2 different shoes? And like everyone just like erupted in laughter.
Did you like get dressed in the dark or something?
Maybe, but the thing is, I had black boots and brown boots that were the same boot. You know how they come in different colors.
He's blind, bro. At
I'm
this
not
time. At this
blind.
time, you were legally blind,
I've never been legally blind,
dude. You were really blind. Yeah, you were wrong sound. Wait, put the blind one on real quick for the people. Oh, he doesn't even know where the sound bites are. He's so.
Cannot see. I'm legally blind.
That was Javi. Javi you were legally blind.
I
bro.
was not legally blind. I
okay.
just had a really strong prescription.
really strong.
Yeah, okay.
So strong that he could see the future with his glasses. Okay.
I know, and
determined that was a
this
lie.
podcast is not going to work out.
Yeah, he's about to run out. No, and so you did get eye surgery though.
Yes,
So now you can see. Now you're good.
I can see well. Yes,
You can see well
for the most
Okay.
part.
I can't. I'm still blind. So
It's all right.
Yeah. But so those were good times. I could say for me personally, those those were really good times.
They really
They
were.
were really good times. But I don't think you and I ever played together. in the band. We practiced.
I think I was like on my way into the band, and you were on your way out. So it's like we kind of brushed each other's shoulders, and we didn't connect until later somehow. Like we did that day, but I feel like we didn't really start working until like much later. After you were already at like
I was at Max
Media.
Media.
You were studying.
I was at what's it called? Media Tech.
That one.
And I was studying, and then
Yes.
I got to Max Media, and you got to go to that studio. And
You know what I think? What
nice.
really kind of pushed this is I had recorded an album, another one, which also does not exist.
Another one.
Another one.
Oh, it does. I found it on one of my hard drives the other day.
I know. I do have it too.
And I
have
was
it
like,
saved.
oh wow, I forgot. I completely forgot you did.
It sounds
that
really
album.
good.
Yeah.
And you ended up. I had already made CDs at that
Yeah.
point, but I was like, I didn't really enjoy the mix, and I remember that you kind of did it for me.
Yeah, I
And then
remember
that was like the beginning of like actually working
Who mixed
together.
it originally?
Originally,
Someone else.
Name, please.
name and at.
No,
At
that's
and
not
name.
nice. I don't like to do that to people unless they've been,
Unless we're not on a podcast and we're on behind closed doors, then he'll totally do it.
totally.
So he's just
Totally talk trash.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy. If only people were in our studio sessions and knew.
No.
Now, one thing I want to talk about, that way people don't get this twisted, okay? Javi is a really good friend of mine. We go way back. We've already established that. But the one thing was you're the reason why half of my career has literally started. And for real. So this is why I'll say this. I was mixing and I was an engineer. I was not a producer though. Producing was so far out of my mind. I didn't care about it. I had seen some of the greatest producers of all time, and I engineered for them.
He's about to name drop. Watch.
I'm not going to name drop because I'm not that type of person. But it was crazy when I was with Timbaland and Ryan Tedder. It was the craziest thing, bro. So, no, and I seen what they did. I'm like, there's no way I can do that. There's absolutely no way I can do that. Like, I'm a good engineer, mixing engineer, stay in my lane. I know what I'm good at, and that's it. And shout out to our friend Myra, who I met through you.
Yes.
The Leales. If you guys don't know who they are, they're an awesome family.
Legends, yeah.
They're legends. If you don't know who they are, you're canceled. Don't watch the show. No, I'm kidding. Please watch.
Canceling.
So yeah, and so I do remember specifically. She had a producer who I'll throw his in the description below, but he walked out on her.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So she ended up not.
say it,
No, I'm
just
just
say
kidding. I'm
it.
kidding.
It's kinda
I'm
true,
kidding.
though.
Yeah, I think it is. But anyways, she had a producer. He did 5 songs, walked out. I don't know why. And once again, I'm not going to start controversy because then beefs are going to start, and then we're going to have a YouTube boxing match, and we don't want to do that. So, anyways, and he was like, "Tim, you should produce it," and I said, "Absolutely not. I'm not a producer." But
Okay,
good talk.
but context. One of your assignments was to like make a song, right?
It was.
And you did like a cover of some song.
I did.
And I remember
song?
hearing it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" He not only produced it and like made it sound so. It was incredible. He also like sang and rapped on it.
Yeah.
I'm not even
We
playing.
need to pull up
Yeah.
singing and rapping.
You
Yeah.
can still find it on his MySpace. I just like to
Oh
let
my
you know.
God. Okay, he's not wrong. That is true. You can't find it on my MySpace. Don't look it up though.
Look it up.
I will leak every.
Look it up.
I will leak so much information about Javi on the internet. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, it does not exist.
That's my boy Shia, bro. I absolutely love that guy. All right, so so I said absolutely not. I can't do this. There's no way. I'm not a producer. Can't do it. Find somebody else.
So were you that like? You didn't really believe?
I really did not believe. No, absolutely not.
I don't think he thought it was in his wheelhouse, but it actually was. And I'm like, okay, wait. And honestly, the project that we were trying to redeem was so bad that I was like, I mean, it can't get worse than what it is. You're gonna
This is
improve it
true.
regardless.
This is
I
very
was,
true.
but I knew that he was gonna kill it. I knew he was gonna crush it. I knew that he could. He just needed to be pushed.
But at that point, like, did you produce anything at all?
No, just the class project thing that he's talking about. I produced that because I had to. And I'm a competitive person, as we talked about on the last podcast, super competitive. And I'm like, yo, I have to be the best one in the class. So I outdid myself. I went crazy on that track. And I even the professor was like super like, oh man, this is really good, right? So that was my only experience. Nothing past that point. So she calls me. I remember she calls me and I tell her no. I'm like, I can't do it. There's no way. Like, this is way too big for me. I can't do it. And then I remember her calling me back I don't know if it was the next day or the same day. I can't remember. And she's like, no, please. Like, Javi says that, like, he trusts you. And right now I just need somebody.
I had sent her the mixes that you sent me, and she was blown away by the mixes.
And I did the mixes just to get the mixing job, not the producing job. And then she was like, no, please. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Let's do it. Ended up going, and this is such a side. Okay, well, let me just start off by saying that's what started my career, right? That really launched me, especially in the Hispanic Christian community, and that is part of why I'm able to do this.
Yeah.
So obviously, if I've never thanked you, I'm thanking you now on air.
I'm glad that it's
in
on
front
record.
of millions
It's
of
on
people.
Thank you, Javi.
That is on record. All right. Now let me give you another take, just in case if we want to edit that one out. He did not start my career. This guy literally, he was a jerk. And he didn't want to contract me. Canceled, and he didn't believe in me. So, whichever take you want to use in editing, use that. Okay.
Still don't.
So then we got the craziest story of all time. Is our on our way to McAllen.
Oh no.
Oh my God! This was one of the greatest trips I have ever taken. Literally, I'm being for real. Because at this time, you and I were we were like really good friends. We were making a bunch of music together. We'd hang out all the time. And so we're like, wait, let's take a road trip. We're going to take a road trip, you and me, and we're going to go down to McAllen.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just like a road trip. I mean, we had to get down there for work. Right?
Yeah.
It was that same project
right.
I made you produce.
Yeah, exactly. So we're on our way there, and the first thing that had happened, which was the craziest thing, was we were super heavy into the Maroon 5 album at that time, and Katy Perry. I think it was those two, right?
Yep.
It was.
I will not admit to Katy Perry.
I won't either, but it was just because I was just trying to listen to Max Martin's producing. So I won't claim that either. Yeah.
That's a good save there. That's a good save there.
Thank you. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, you know what? Raise for agreeing. Okay. But I remember we had. I don't remember the phrase. I don't remember what it was. But we were silent in the car, right? And I don't know if we turned off the music or what, because we were talking, or maybe it was low or something. And we both end up saying the exact same phrase. We sang it, and we harmonized with each other, and it was not planned. We weren't like 3, 2, 1, boom. Like we literally, it was just like us sitting there and just being like.
I think we heard something, and then we like in response. Repeated something,
like,
and it ended up being like.
It was like just say like they said baby, right? And then. Literally, him and I were just like, baby. But I sang one note and he sang another, and it was in harmony. We turned and freaked out. We're like, what the heck?
Let's try to create that right now.
It was a
3, 2, 1.
baby. Oh.
Purposely the baby. Yeah, dude. And it was insane. And I'm like, oh my God. That's why he's my long lost brother. I'm like, I'm telling you, my mom had him. And,
It's weird.
And left him.
Wow. That explains so much of my complex issues.
Yeah, exactly.
No, honestly, that was so
and
crazy
then
and weird.
There was another incident that happened. For all you guys, I'm not gonna say it.
You are.
No, because we will definitely get canceled. People will stop watching the show. All of the Christians of the world will definitely. I will be canceled.
It's true.
So there's a movie by the name of Anchorman. One of the funniest movies. I forgot to say that last episode, but okay, Anchorman for sure. Will Ferrell, right?
Step Brothers.
Step Brother. Yeah. Okay. So in Anchorman, he is trying to impress a girl, and he's like, "Do you know what San Diego means?" Or I think he calls it San Diego. I'm not gonna finish it. I won't finish it. Okay, but I thought that was like the funniest thing. Once again, mind you guys, I'm like at this time I'm like 20. I'm really immature. Okay, so anyways, he says whatever. Right. Okay, so we're driving, and I thought it would be funny to one day use that line. So we were going down, and there was an exit for Corpus Christi.
We were in San Antonio, and we were about to take, what is it, 37?
San Antonio.
Yeah. He should know. He's from San Antonio.
Yeah.
So it splits off, and it says Corpus Christi. And he randomly asked me, do you know what Corpus Christi means?
He asked you?
He asked me.
I asked him.
And I decided to use the line for
God.
Anchorman, which if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He burst out in tears, and I was
hitting my door, and I'm driving. I'm trying not to kill it.
And me, I'm just thinking like, man, I really made him laugh. Like he really knows the reference, and he's really laughing. He's like, bro, do you know what Corpus Christi means? And I'm like, no, I don't. I actually don't. He's like, it means body of Christ, and he's like,
I am crying, laughing. I'm hitting my door because
Yeah.
just to release.
It's just like
because I'm like
karate chopping, bro.
oh my god! Because of what he had finished saying, like if you know the reference,
You know
can
the reference.
understand
You'll
my.
know. Yeah.
And I don't think I even knew the reference, to be quite honest. Like I
No,
didn't even
he-
relate it to
he-
anything.
he
I don't think I
didn't.
had seen it at that point.
No.
And so I was just like, and then he's laughing and crying and like hyperventilating.
And then one more. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus on this one. I will say it. But once again, very immature Tim, trying to be funny.
yeah.
Please don't cancel me. I don't want to make a YouTube apology video.
I still think it's funny. I don't care what people say.
We were driving, and we're getting really close to McAllen.
Same trip.
Same trip, same car ride. Okay, me
Yeah.
and Javi. He looks to the right, and he's like, "Oh, what's that?"
I was like, what is that purple building? It was like a purple building.
It was like purple, black. It looked like crazy. Like
Yeah.
it looked insane on the outside. All right.
Yes.
It looked like a club. It legit did. And people were walking out. And I was like, probably a strip club. Ha 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 ha. And he dies laughing again.
Well, no, when we get close, then I see the sign.
Yeah.
And it was like a Christian youth center.
Yeah.
So it's like after he had said,
I
the
had
corporate-
literally just said the Corpus Christi thing. Not even 10 minutes before. And
well,
then,
that was like a few hours already. What's
yeah.
San Antonio to
Was it?
McAllen is
Oh,
like
I don't
5 hours. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it was several hours, but it just came. It happened all over
it
again.
happened all over again. I'm like, oh my God.
He bought his ticket that day
I can't,
It was 2
yeah.
for 2.
I was going straight
to the furnace.
to the furnace,
Mm-hmm.
the fire. I mean, I was like, wow, it just called the Christian Youth Center a strip club. Just to be
wow.
funny, just to make Javi laugh.
Hermano.
Yeah. So
Híjole,
so
Señor, te
yeah,
reprenda.
I know. That day I accepted the Lord Jesus Christ as my Savior. So
Jesus Christ! We
love you, God. So that was
So
crazy.
bad.
It was crazy. But and then we finally got there, and dude, that was such a great trip.
Oh my gosh,
Such a great trip.
it was.
Dude, we got in the studio. He was vocal producing. I was vocal producing. I was producing.
And songwriting on the spot.
Songwriting on the spot. We were cutting records. Dude, we cut like, I kid you not, we cut almost the entire half of the album.
Our friends had a really nice house, so we all
Really
had
nice
our own
house.
rooms, and like they had a really good like home studio with like really good
Yeah.
equipment, especially
Yeah.
for what 12 years ago.
No, yeah.
It was really good at that. It was
super
like
nice.
top.
At that time, it was top level.
Is
Yeah.
it still up? Still a studio?
They no, I mean halfway.
It's
but
been
It's
relocated.
not as, yeah, it's
It's a
relocated.
strip club now?
Yeah, it's yeah, and then they're playing.
No, don't
Tú
say
el
the name.
alfarero.
No, don't
No, just kidding. So, anyways, if I didn't just get canceled, I got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Your mom and dad just
Edit.
left. Bloop.
my mom and dad. No, mom, dad. I was just kidding. Yeah. No. So
the fun part about that for me was that we kind of got to experience. We're going from like crazy to like.
No,
Oh
This
yeah,
conversation.
yeah. No, that's this podcast, bro. This
That's
there's
just-
no
There's
limits.
no
That
script
is-
here.
There's no script. You're one of my bros, and you're on Tim's Bros podcast
Bro,
right now.
the
okay?
number one
the number one trending
podcast.
Check
bro.
check
it. Check the numbers.
check the
chart.
I
numbers.
know. I saw.
Google
Yeah.
Google
I
that
know,
thing.
huh?
You doubled.
I know, huh? That's a
know,
soundbite.
And take note of that.
Yeah, take note of that. Take note of that. I know, huh? Yeah. So, yeah, but dude, we cut records, we made records, and dude, that was such a fun
It
process.
was. So we were there
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
a whole week.
Yep.
Tim did not sleep
Nope.
because
Literally.
the artist's husband and him, they would play video games after.
Shout out to Robert. We
and
played
were,
COD.
Hey,
What was out at that time?
That was COD Band 2 maybe.
Was the prequel?
Yeah, dude. This was forever ago. And we stayed up every night playing. Our last night we stayed up playing till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and we had to leave early in the morning. So I got like 3 hours of rest. And the whole ride back to DFW, this dude's like going 100 on the highway, and I'm passed out.
That's not true.
That is so true, man. That is
true.
so true. Yeah. And I was passed
Hey,
out. I'm
but
not
did-
kidding.
Hey, but did you die?
But did I die? But am I here? Am I here? Do I have a kid?
That's all I'm saying.
Do I have a kid? Do I have a wife? Do I have a studio?
you have a number one podcast.
Number
Come on
one
now.
trending podcast.
Check it. The facts.
The facts are there. Thank you
facts
for
and the
helping us,
stats.
Javi, on that one.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for helping us on that one. Hey, so no, yeah. So it would, dude.
You want to be a third co-host?
Third
Yeah.
co-host,
You
yeah,
got
yeah.
the job.
You know what? I completely forgot to shout out Robin, by the way. And he's in the
Oh my
back.
God, he
He's
died?
dead?
No, he's not dead. No,
Oh my God.
no, he's just usually he's in the front of the tank and he's behind. So
shy. He's camera
I
shy.
don't
He
know
thinks
what's
the
happening
podcast
yet.
sucks.
Yeah. You know what? You're canceled. Get out of my fish
Get
tank.
out.
I'm throwing you down the sink. Get out of my fish tank. I'm throwing you down the sink. No, so But yeah, no, man. Like I said, it was great. We came back. I passed out the entire way. Literally, I remember seeing palm trees. I passed out and I woke up and we were like 183. And I'm like, what? I slept that entire. Mind you, that was at that time it was like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah, 8 or 9 hours.
It was like 8 or 9 hours.
Straight you, dang. I can't even.
He went straight, bro.
Oh, I made it in 7 hours.
He made it in 7 hours. So I slept like 6 hours, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he was definitely going over 100.
Oh,
that
he was,
for
dude,
sure.
yeah. And you had the police radar going.
I
Yeah,
did.
I remember it.
I think I
very
borrowed
well.
that from someone, and I don't think I gave it back.
Gave it back. That thing's long gone. You sold the car already. You had a GTO, right? What was
no,
it?
I had a
No?
Grand Prix GTP.
Okay, Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Grand
it was
Prix,
a
gotcha.
supercharged.
Yeah, I remember that.
Robert would take it. He was like, "Hey, can I?" I'm like, "Just take it whenever you want," because he would go to the gas station just so he could drive the car.
And now he upgraded to the Benz.
Now he upgraded to the Benz.
Whatever.
What does this guy do for a living?
I don't do
where-
anything.
Yeah. He's got a $300,000 Benz. sitting
I
in
do
the
not
front-
have it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not true.
Yeah, okay.
With Lambo
That is not true.
doors.
With Lambo
It's-
doors. I literally saw it go up like this and him come out. I'm like, are those Lambo doors? He's like, yeah, I just got them installed. It's not that big of a deal, Tim. Calm down. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I'm just saying, this guy, he's loaded.
I'm actually driving a Kia because Tim is really expensive.
Yeah, that's a lie. That is a lie.
Oh, see how that works? See how you don't like that narrative?
That was a lie. That was a lie. But yeah, no. So that what was I gonna say? Yeah, that was one of our trips. I don't know if we took another one after that.
What
No,
happened to
no,
the
not
music,
together.
Though? Did y'all fit like end up
Yeah.
making the album?
Yeah, she released it.
She released it. It did
It's out
nothing.
there.
It did nothing. It sold one copy. My mom bought one of them.
Of course.
And no,
Number
I'm
one
kidding.
fan, bro.
Yeah, she's my number one fan. Love you, ma. But yeah, no, I mean it did all right, but it was definitely ahead of its time. I
Yeah,
would
for
say.
sure.
In the Hispanic Christian industry, there was no like real pop stuff, and this was like super like it was super ahead of its time. So
Yeah.
people didn't know how to receive it very well, and so that was definitely part of it. But
Yeah.
and then there was no. It was in that transitional phase of like selling CDs and like
And also Facebook was around, but it didn't have the pull.
no,
Like social media
No,
just
no,
did not
no.
have the pull that it does now.
It was not. There was no Instagram like
Yeah.
it is now. Like there was no DistroKid at that time. There was just TuneCore, and some people just didn't even care for putting it up on.
And I
iTunes.
feel like it was like 2010, I think.
yeah, 2010.
Like that was just like a weird phase in music too, and so there was like a
Very weird.
yeah, but it was interesting.
But yeah,
it was fun.
Those were really good times, man. Really good times. So then after that, we ended up, I'm gonna fast forward.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. But then we ended up doing your EP.
Yes,
Which-
2017.
That was 2017. That is what put me on the map. Hands down. Actually, that right there. Bursting
Bursting Out.
So I still have the look at that. Look how faithful I am. Look at that. That's crazy.
Better keep it.
Yeah. So
Tim, you just barely put that up today.
I know I did. I'm such a liar.
No, he used to have it on that wall.
Yeah. No, I did. I used to have it on that wall. But we did that EP, which that one it was.
We did this song first,
we
right?
did that one. We did that first, and
and then we were like, okay, we gotta
yeah,
we gotta do
We
something.
gotta do something, man.
Yeah.
And so it was very progressive. It was EDM at that time. You know, you had the DJ Snakes, the Skrillex.
So now that you fast forward with that EP or with that song,
Yeah.
did you now have like confidence? Cause it
Oh,
sounds
by
like
that
like
time,
you're-
yeah. By that time, I was producing records.
So like, were you telling
and
him
I was getting
like,
paid?
we got to do this now?
Yes.
Yeah. No. It was like at that like I went from being down here to like being one step up, you know. So it was a lot better, and yeah, and my confidence was definitely there. But it went through the roof after we released that record. We released that EP, and then shout out to Jose.
Yeah.
Ended up he heard it, and then
He heard that song.
Yeah, that
'Cause
song.
I had known Jose for quite a while.
Yep.
We were teenagers, and so I reached out to him just to kind of connect with him because I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
And I sent him the link of the song after we like left, and he's like, "Bro, who's this guy?" And I just love connecting people.
Yeah,
like
of
I'm not
course.
one that'll be like, "Oh, well, he's just like I didn't want to like people do that."
Yeah.
Because people are shady in these streets.
Absolutely.
I mean, we spoke about
We
that
won't say
in the
names.
last episode.
But you know who you are.
You know who you are. Hey, by the way, throw your @ in the comments, please.
Throw a
Reveal
little
yourself.
hand.
We're gonna put you out there. We're exposing.
I want to say something real quick. I'm sorry to cut you
no,
off, but
you're
can you give like some kind of advice? Because I know there's people watching that are probably like musically inclined or want to be a producer or mixing or whatever. But earlier in the conversation, you didn't have no confidence. You were kind of like declining. Like, I don't want to do it. Now, 2017, you're like, let's do
Yeah.
it. So from that gap, what do you think happened or changed that made you like, hey, let's do it, Javi? Like,
You know what? For
because
that,
everyone goes through that phase.
you know what? For that question, you get another raise and you get a little bit more job security. That was a good question. So, I just kept cutting a bunch of records. I mean, the more you do something, the more confident and good you're gonna. It's like, how did you get good at singing? You don't just start singing and man, you just have. I mean, there are people that have natural talent.
Yeah.
There are definitely, I hate using the word prodigy because like people like they say like Mozart. Oh, he's a prodigy. Yeah, I mean he was, but his dad also locked him in his room and said you're gonna perfect the piano and the violin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kid prodigies are that. I mean, it's like at the end of the day, I just cut so many records by that time that every record kept getting better and better and better and better. And even now, I mean, every record that I cut, like I'll listen to some a year ago, I'm like, man, that could have been better, or this mix could have been better. So I cut a bunch of records. That was number one. And that gave me a lot of confidence because people were now like, hey, I like your sound. Like, I want to work with you. And when I got that product, that kind of helped.
But what I will say, just to kind of add, clout to Tim, is
Sheesh.
that even though there are a lot of good producers out there, right?
Yeah.
But EDM, like that electronic, before Young and Free put their album out, right? I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
No, you're right.
And even if
You're
they did,
totally right.
Nobody was producing it like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it was, because you hear a lot of people, and people do what they can, right, in music, right? Because sometimes it's just like limited resources.
Yeah.
And I get that. I respect it. No shade, but to do it at the same level as a secular artist, a random secular artist,
Yeah.
that in that wheelhouse, in that realm, no one could, but he did. And so that, I think that's what set him apart, and that's what made people start looking his way like, wait, what's he doing?
Wow.
And then the mix was just like crazy good. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not even funny.
And I'm sure some of the mixes, it was like up and down.
Yeah.
But the point is just continually to
No,
do it,
yeah,
do it, do it.
it's doing it until you get good. It's like
You have to fail to succeed is what it
Oh,
is,
exactly.
you know?
It's
Totally.
it's exactly like what I was saying last podcast about me doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's like I'm going in. I haven't gone into something and been a super novice where I'm just like I'm the dumbest person there. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and having to like go from here to like baby steps, getting better, and so now when I'm rolling with people, I don't get totally beat up and choked out. You know what I mean? And the more you do something, the better you get. And I noticed my first week I got better. The second week I got better. Third week. Now I'm not gonna go and freaking go fight Nate Diaz or Conor McGregor.
Why not?
Like,
You don't have confidence?
Yeah, nah. I get choked out real quick. They'll tap me real quick. Like, yeah, I'm not that level. I'm not at a high level. But the more time I invest into it, the better I'm gonna get. The more confidence you get. Like, I couldn't even do the warm ups. Like, they have me roll around and I look completely dumb.
Water.
Yeah, and I'm like, water. Yeah, like SpongeBob. And literally, and then the next week I could do them, and my confidence was through the roof. But that doesn't mean I'm the greatest or anything.
Yeah.
But same thing with making records. Like every record just kept getting better, and then we got to that point where we made that EP. It was really well received. A lot of people absolutely loved it, and then we got to a turning point. I remember that. We got to a turning point where he completely changed.
Yep.
And we went from EDM, which was super popular at that time, right? The DJ Snakes of the world, Skrillex, Zed, all that stuff.
Which even with that, I think people had seen me as, at that point, a lot of people that knew me here in Dallas just knew me as like a worship leader, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love being a worship leader.
I mean, we could talk about that for the rest
I
of the
was-
time if you want to.
I can't stand you.
No, I'm just kidding.
I still love to do that, but
Yeah.
I really wanted, I think I just felt boxed as far as creativity goes. And I didn't want to and I had done like a worship song before in Spanish, but I just felt like I needed to tap into a different space of creativity. And that's what the Come Alive EP became. But then I just really felt like I needed to go back to my Latino roots. You know what I mean? Because I've grown up listening to all Latino genres growing up, and I'm like, this is just like those are my favorite genres, regardless, right? Even though I love pop, but like all Latino genres are my favorite. And I remember I told him I wanted to do a reggaeton track, and he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And this was, I think, like Despacito had already came and passed. I think. I had this song that was originally written 10 years ago, or less than 10 years ago, maybe like 8 years ago or so, and it was with the band that I was in before, and it sounded, it was a whole nother, genre, which he also mixed at that point. But I wanted to keep we kept the chorus, we rewrote the verses, and Tim was like, okay, well, it's cool that you like this genre, let's do it, right? You'd never produced a track like that.
I had never produced a reggaeton track at that time.
You did a
at all.
dance hall track for me.
I did a dance hall track
on the
which is
EP.
Pretty similar,
but
not. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
And so he goes, all right, well, you're going to have to really pay attention to the way they write. He was like, because it's not these cookie cutter, same melody for verse 1 and verse 2. He was like, it's switching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every 4 to 8 bars. So you have to
Exactly.
You got to keep it creative. So that was a good challenge for me. And it honestly just changed. I don't think it just changed just what I was started to write, but it changed the way you were producing.
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Like now, like you have this whole
Absolutely.
nother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so when that came out, I remember that one was really well received.
Oh man,
YMVY did crazy.
Before I knew about you, I saw that's what I had like. You came into the picture when you came into my life.
What?
No, I saw that on social media, and that thing just like.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
San
he told me
Antonio,
that
it
story
was-
before. Yeah, and I said, don't ever tell people that story again. You say you heard me, and then because of me, no. But he, yo, you're like, you know what? Deducted, pay.
Getting
That's
caught
it.
up in the combo.
Yeah, you don't get caught up in the combo. Get
I'm
caught
back
up in
to
the
50
soundboards.
cents now.
Yeah, you're back at 50 cents. Okay. Yeah, and it was really well received. And then I remember that was like the hallmark of every conversation after that point. People were like, I want a song like YMBY. I want a song like YMBY. That song YMBY. I want that sound. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Write your own song.
Write your own
Gosh.
song, bro. Yeah. So
Dame tu floating, bro.
Oh,
which that's
can
another
we
thing,
talk
too.
about that?
Yeah. Okay, so when I came up with that tagline, I told I told
I
Javi,
need a
yeah,
soundbite immediately.
yeah, he's slacking again. You know what? You're about to get canceled. You're about to get
Hey, you
kicked
know
off the show. Yeah. No. All jokes aside, when I came up with that tagline,
So you did.
No,
Okay,
no,
I was
no.
like, so you did.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Still don't know my sense of humor. No,
No, I get it.
No, Javi came up with the tagline because the one cool thing about Latin music is they shout out everybody who worked on the record. That's the cool thing. They don't do that in American music at all. And so they
do.
No.
Yes.
I mean, okay. They do. Okay, yeah. You are. Okay,
They'll shout out the
you're right,
producer,
you're right,
but I feel
you're
like they
right.
shout out everybody in Latin music.
Yeah.
Like,
You
everybody
are
gets
right.
shouted.
You are right. Yeah, because there are like a lot of trap records. You know, DA got that dope. You know, and you got like
yeah.
all
Or
those
Red
guys.
One.
Yeah. So you get a bunch of those. But in reggaeton, it's like it's a must. You have an outro
on every track.
You do it. And I just remember you were like, we were just sat there. And
Well, you
then-
didn't tell me to do it.
No,
we were
no.
also because
Oh.
like aside from all that, we were doing like those
ad libs.
ad libs that are in the background. I also did that thing in the
Yeah,
beginning
with the hands
Spirit
and everything, the
fingers.
spirit figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Well,
the
you
whole
know
thing.
that-
Dímelo.
Like people still don't think that was
Do
me.
that again. Do that again.
Hold on.
Dímelo.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
On the beginning of the record, he did that.
Yeah. Was that the first time though he threw that tagline in there though? Like
Which
was
one?
that the
That's
first
right.
song
Which
with-
one?
Dame tu flow
Oh, that was the very
tomorrow.
first record.
Wow.
I came up with it. It's like I didn't know what else to do because like I was just like,
Yeah.
and
And you know what? I've produced pop records that people want to throw that. I'm like, absolutely not. That does not go on a pop CCM record. A pop CCM record?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my
you
god!
Don't want to
Can
talk,
you
yeah.
imagine?
And I'm like, no, bro.
I don't know
that's
who you're
not,
talking
yeah,
about.
We'll just keep moving on with the podcast.
Okay.
But you know, and so I just remember him doing that at the end of the record, and that was it. It just felt right. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, Javi. And then other people were legitimately like, yo, I want to use that line. Like, I want to use that line. And yeah, those lights just went out. Huh? That was yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
okay.
I felt like I was like, is
Oh,
my
okay.
soul leaving my body right now?
That's what I felt.
I thought the same thing, bro. I was like freaking out a little bit. I'm like, man, I know I'm a little tired, but you know, Yeah, and so every other artist past that point was like, "Yo, I want to use it. I want to use it." Like, yeah, I was like, "Yeah." I mean, that's like my tagline and stuff. And I guess, and yeah. So shout out to Javi for that.
Wow.
Yeah. I no longer use that tagline. No, I'm just
Nah,
kidding.
now he's doing variations of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing variations like this last record you did.
Dame tu floating, bro.
Yeah, he like doubled it. It's pretty slick. Okay. Now talking about that, when you have a couple of singles
Yes.
that you've been working on. Now, are you? I'm the producer. I don't even know this. Are you releasing? Are you going to release those and then try to release a body of work, or
Yep.
what do we talk about? Because
I
going
appreciate
blank
you
over
paying
here.
attention.
Yeah. I'm
Remember
paying
how
attention
earlier
as
you were
much-
making fun of me? How I
know
wasn't
what?
paying
You know,
attention?
hold on.
But that's
I got-
it. This is Javi, real
someone-
quick.
I got-
yeah,
yeah,
we'll do the Javi.
yeah.
So he's talking, and Javi's like,
Ain't that right, Javi?
and then 3 hours later, he's like, "What were you saying? I'm sorry."
Huh?
Like
That
you
is
literally gave
so
him.
not true. That is not true.
You could literally
is
give
not
this
true.
guy.
Are we lying?
Are we lying? No. Literally, no joke. This
But
guy,
I
you
was
could give him the
listening to you.
nuclear codes, and I guarantee you, he would not be able to like. So anytime he's on his phone, just stop talking. I've learned that. If I'm telling him, I could tell him like the juiciest story, like, "Hey, Karla threw me down a flight of stairs, beat me to," and if he's on his
He's
phone,
like-
I'll stop. Yep, I'll stop, and I'm like, I'll wait, and then he does this every time. He goes, "Oh, sorry, what were you saying?" And I'm like, "Gosh," and it used to bug
I'm
me.
so
but
sorry.
not anymore.
I'm so
You've
sorry.
been doing that for so long
I just
now.
can't text and then listen to what you're saying
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time.
Multitasking.
Because then,
You can- yeah.
no, I actually can multitask.
That's
just
a lie.
not in that.
That is
not
a
in
lie.
that-
That's a lie.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
That's one.
Okay, what? I'm sorry. What were we talking about
Wow.
Before that.
About how it's supposedly I don't pay attention.
No, before that one. Before that too.
The Dame tu floating, bro. The body of work. If I'm gonna release a body of work.
Oh yeah. So
See how I listen?
Yeah. I don't. Once again,
We'll edit
everybody
that-
knows.
we'll edit that out.
Everybody knows I have.
Wow.
I have a lot of brain damage up here. I got the snot beaten out of me when I was a kid.
By
Yeah.
as a kid.
As a
I thought
kid,
you meant like just the
and-
other day
oh,
jiu-jitsu by Maria. But
yeah,
okay,
she
we won't mention
she
that.
put me in. Yeah, she definitely.
Maria.
We're not going to talk about it. Yeah, I got beat up by a girl, but we're not going to talk about that on this podcast, okay? We'll never talk about that. That was between, you're fired. Don't ever talk about that ever
back
again.
at the bottom.
Anyways, so I have a lot of brain damage, so sometimes I forget stuff. But yeah, so we've worked on 2 singles.
Just like you forget to pay me. Okay.
yeah.
Ooh.
This is true.
Ooh, shots fired.
Hey, you know what? That's actually Karla's fault. She's the one who does all the money. So, you know what? You just dissed Karla. You're fired. You're fired.
That's
You're
another one. That's
fired.
another
That
one.
was a part of the
Yeah.
stipulations of your NDA,
Yeah,
and now you're in trouble.
exactly.
So.
So
Yeah, I am releasing a few singles.
Yeah.
The one that's coming up
You're single.
literally in a few hours.
You're single?
You're single?
Is that what you said?
I am not sure.
Everybody wants to know. Yeah. Everybody wants to know. You dating?
Not officially.
Blink your left eye again like that if you are. You blinked the wrong eye, bro.
Bro, every time people say like raise your right hand or I always do the wrong one.
Yeah, exactly.
I always do the wrong one.
So funny,
Oh
bro.
my God.
That is so funny. No, okay, going back to what we've been trying to talk about for the last
Seriously, we're
Okay.
never gonna get to it.
So you have singles coming out, or you have 2 singles that we worked on. You have a bunch of songs that are written.
Yep.
Because you're an absolute beast at writing.
thank
No,
you, man.
you are definitely
Yeah,
one of
for
the
sure.
top writers
sure.
in our industry, hands down. I put you up against anybody, and
Dang.
you'd smoke
I don't know.
them. No? What about that one kid? No.
That one kid that took your spot.
Yeah. No, so that yeah. But anyways, so you have a bunch that we need to obviously work on.
Yes.
But you have 2 singles. Which one are you releasing first?
Well, the first one right now is the one with Destiny.
Okay.
It comes out tonight. I think.
Shout out to Destiny.
Shout out to Destiny Marco.
We're
Yeah,
recording this today is June 17th.
Yep.
So it's coming out June 18th.
Literally in a few
So
hours.
in a few hours. So when we release this podcast, it'll be like
It'll
2
be
weeks
out.
old.
About
I
2
think
weeks, yeah.
like 2 weeks, right? 2,
Yeah,
3
2
weeks old.
It'll be the top single. Like this podcast is a top.
We are the number 1 trending podcast from the last podcast that we did with Julio.
We
the
went up
numbers
like
are
10
going,
mil, bro.
Yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
crazy.
Julio?
Oh, yeah.
Gomez?
You know?
Yeah, the guy that your YouTube boxing. matches against
in a month.
So
Aw,
yeah,
poor
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Julio.
yeah, yeah. And there's Julio right there, dude. Look, turn that camera on, Julio.
Where's Julio at?
He just showed up. This guy just.
And he's like legally blind too.
Yeah,
He
is
actually think he thought he
Oh,
was
wrong
invited.
one. You know, you are definitely fired now, dude. Don't ever do that again. Yeah, they stopped by. He's in town from the last podcast. He's always in town. He always makes his way in. So, and once again, wearing all black.
All black. He's like a
Because that's
ninja.
all he wears.
He's like a
He's
ninja.
This guy comes out of nowhere, just all black. That's right. All right, getting back on topic one more time. Freak. So your singles. So yeah, you have that one with Destiny, which is
Yes.
called
Sin gravedad.
Without Gravity.
Yes. Without gravity.
Without
I
Gravity.
feel like there should be one word that's like. Maybe we should call it weightless. I don't know.
Weightless. Oh, that's good. That's
better.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
That's pretty good. Okay, so that song's coming out. So
Yep.
if you guys haven't heard it, make sure to check that out. And then you have what's after that one?
Should we just say the names? Should we just?
It's up to you. I mean, you're the artist.
Go for it.
I mean,
Yeah, we got a couple more singles coming out.
so that means
so
you
you're
don't
not
want
gonna
to say
say
them.
name.
Yeah.
Not yet. I mean, you can't give it.
Do
all
you not
away.
understand? This is the #1 trending podcast in the world.
That's true.
So
That's
you might as well
true.
just say it now because this is the most promotion.
That's
And
true.
then
Your
by the
songs are
time
getting
this
from this point
by the
forward.
time
Oh
this
my-
releases, it's gonna even be.
Yeah, it's gonna be higher. Well, actually, you can't go higher than one, but
That's true.
You know
That's
what I mean.
True.
You're right.
So,
Okay, well, considering that, I have a couple more singles coming out.
oh my
And-
gosh, Jesus Christ, he does. And then you're looking to do an EP or are you looking to do album?
You know what? I'm thinking this might be an album because there's just so much more that I want to write about and explore, just like within the same genre, same Latin urban genre. And I feel like, in the beginning when I was gonna commit to like releasing music a little more regularly, because after YMVY, it was like 6 months before I released another song, and then another 6 months before the next one. I was just kind of like I was being real chill about it. And so I decided that I wanted to be a little more aggressive as far as like a release schedule, planning, and just like all that. And honestly, it's learning as you go too, because But I wanted to just release singles, and then as I started to get into like my third or fourth song, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface, and there's more that I want to write, and there's more like because this genre also is evolving. You know what I mean? I can just like explore a little more, and I think I said previously in another situation that what I love about this genre that I don't get to do in the worship world or the CCM world is that we can say something else. Lyrically, you can be more creative, you can be more expressive, you can say certain things. And I feel like in worship, even though we love worship, that's never going to fade away. That's never going to go out of style. But you are limited because it has to be congregational. It has to be a certain kind of thing. And here you can just kind of, it's a free for all. It's
Yeah. There's a
I
little
like
bit,
it.
a little bit more creativity.
Yeah.
In that sense for sure. Can we talk about
But I do have a single coming out every month for the rest of the year.
There you go.
Hey, I got a question for that.
Hey, that should have been a. You're slacking. Swear to God, the next time you don't do it, Dino, I swear to God, I'm taking your health benefits away. Okay, I swear I will call HR, aka Karla, and we will revoke those. Okay.
I already don't get
You
paid.
really could use that dental.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God, that was shady, dude. Golly,
Don't
dude.
stream. Don't listen to music. It's trash.
He's
It's
canceled.
boring.
He's canceled.
For the rest
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, question. So single for the rest of the year, but do you have a word for like the not just young but the upcoming artists? I know a lot of friends that right off the back when they come into the
I'm an upcoming artist.
Yeah, but I think you're a little bit more seasoned.
you got songs under your belt.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
some people that are barely starting out, like they know
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like
But
they're babies.
Someone to come right out the gate and like I want to drop an album. Like would you
Yeah.
like what's your take on that? Like would you start off with singles? Would you say, hey no, come out the gate doing an album? What's your take on that?
There isn't a formula that's gonna work for everybody. So everyone has to do what they have to do in their journey, and that's going to.
Julio, go ahead and take notes, please.
Wow.
Super shady.
I wasn't gonna go there, bro.
He's like, but since we're there now, we'll go
but
ahead and
I mean, while we're there, bro, it's true. You got a notepad, Karla?
No.
I feel like definitely before you invest your money into a project, do some research, do some homework, and make sure you kind of know like where your voice fits and where you lean toward, you know, and then kind of study that genre, study how the writing is, study how the production is. Try to find a producer in that realm. You know what I mean? Don't rush. You know, I think a lot of people are rushing to get something out because everyone sees other people succeeding, and we see their highlight reels on you know, social media. But I say take your time, make music that is worth listening to, and you know, be about your journey.
I think that's good because I
that
know,
is good.
Tim, I don't know if you come across this, but I know some people that like, well, I don't want to study other artists because I want to do my own sound.
Yeah, that's
And
a bunch of
Yeah.
BS, honestly, because the biggest thing is if you study like music history, like I studied music history in high school and a little in college, and dude, everything's a cycle, man. Everything's been done. We only have 12 notes. You know, songwriting's different, right? You can say you can say one thing a million ways, right? Notes, there's not a million notes. There's 12. And you can only put so many in a combination. You know, rhythms, same thing. All rhythms have been done. So studying other people is probably studying the people that you like and you admire is definitely half the battle. And then the other half is studying your peers, the people that you're, I hate to say the word competing with, but the people that you're
running in the same lane with.
You're running in the same lane with. I mean, that it's important, you know, to see what they're doing. And obviously, no one is you. Like I can make a song for one artist and then make a song for you, but because either the writing styles are different or the way that he sings and his artistry versus the other person, it's going to be different. It's going to be completely 100% different. And also
I feel like there's a difference between you can study someone to learn,
yes,
not study someone to rip off.
Or
to duplicate.
That's important.
Them. I'm not trying to duplicate.
No, I did that
another
early on in my
artist.
career, big time. I would rip people all the time. I'm being honest. I ripped people early on in my career, and because I was trying to learn, and I thought that's the way to learn. Yeah. And I found a lot of failure in that because people would compare it like they're like, dude, that's like a total ripoff. You know what I mean? And then I had to get better at like, okay, well, how do I do this without ripping it and making it sound like my own?
Just watch Recording Revolution.
Anyways, so don't do that. So yeah, but no. Another thing, yeah, I know, right? See, I'm about to give him the soundboard. I swear to
Javi,
God,
you want to do the
oh
soundboard?
my gosh,
No,
you
I
are.
was-
He's this
gonna
close
get
to
me
getting
fired.
canceled. I swear it's about to happen.
I've heard that word 3,000 times today.
So hey, can we talk about the remix of Pedazos?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm really excited. No, I'm really excited about it because.
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what remix?
Yeah. The remix, bruh.
No, now I follow you. I know where we are now.
Yeah. So
It's been a long day.
Pedazos for me was probably definitely one of my favorite Javi songs overall. I thought lyrically it was just a beautiful song.
Never
it was really,
heard
really
it.
Good. Yeah,
Never
don't
heard
listen to it. No, I'm just kidding. Please listen to it.
Please listen to it. Only has 3 streams.
Yeah. 2 of those are my parents, and the other one is his mom. So
Yeah. My dad didn't even listen to it.
he's like, "What's this trash?"
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto?
No, so Javi hit me up with this idea for the remix, and he's like, dude, I would love to do like a mariachi, like very like Cristian Nodal, help me out, somebody else. Or was that the only reference, really?
I don't think I said that reference because it's not that.
No,
But
not
it's,
reference, but as far as like
Alejandro. What?
No.
yeah.
More like Alejandro Fernandez.
Don't ever correct me on my own podcast like that in front of millions
That's
of people
impossible.
on the
I
number
correct
one
everybody.
trending podcast in the world. Okay, don't ever do that. But yeah. So, anyways, Alejandro Fernandez, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go
Yeah.
that route, or El Charro de Cristo, something like that, along those lines.
Who is that?
He doesn't know who that is. He doesn't know what that is.
That's a real person.
That's a real person. Yeah.
El Charro de Cristo.
He sounds exactly like Alejandro Fernandez.
I
bro.
want to meet you.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, dude. That dude can sing, man. He can sing.
Yo soy el Charro de Cristo.
Actually, there's one,
Is that what he does?
That's pretty. Yeah.
Shut
That's
up.
pretty close. That was actually pretty good.
Hey, you know.
actually was really good.
My first album was mariachi.
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah.
So
So
Yeah, we went over that in the beginning.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you
Who's
getting
the old man?
attitude,
Who's the
Mister?
old man?
I keep missing my job by pushing buttons.
God, get exposed. Yeah, no. So that was like that was more or less the reference, and so we're like, yeah, let's do it. So it's already recorded. We just need to record your vocals. But I'm really excited about that one because that one's super different. It's very mariachi. what other? Yeah, it's very mariachi.
Real heavy on the
it's
trumpets.
real heavy on the
Lame.
yeah trumpets. We have a kazoo in there.
Your harmonica?
Yeah, my harmonica and triangle that I
Yep.
played in Legacy. Make sure to go check them out on YouTube. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go look at those videos. Oh my God.
I don't know what he's talking about, but you're playing on there. So
I have played on there, and
Gotta
I'm
get
like
to see you.
16, and I'm like 120 wet.
and your sister's on there.
And my
you have long
sister's on
hair?
there. No, I think my hair was shorter back then. Yeah. I've had my hair every which way. I've had it
Every which way.
every color, every shape.
Every time I
form.
see him, he's like another.
Yeah, I'm
hairstyle.
just built different.
Oh,
what my mom
my
says.
God, I can't stand that.
My mom says I'm built different. So
Are you the youngest in the family?
how do you not? He's known me for 16 years, and he's barely
Wow.
asking this.
Wow.
Oh no, you are.
Yeah, I'm
that
the
was a
youngest.
rhetorical question
Yeah.
because my little brother does the same thing.
Oh, he does.
I'm just
Yeah.
built different.
Yeah, he does say that a lot. Your brother's hilarious, though. Shout out to your brother. I really like your brother. He's really funny. But where were we going with this? We were talking about pedazos. Yeah,
Pedazos,
getting
yeah.
back on track, guys.
The remix, which
There's actually 2 remixes.
yes,
You're doing like a orchestral one. Is that
Just
the
give
right
it
word?
away. Thanks, Tim.
Oh my God,
Go for it.
sorry.
Spill the beans. Go for it. Go for it. We're
Hey,
already there.
this is
Just kidding. I don't care.
Yeah. He's doing that one, and then he's got the mariachi one. So
Yeah.
those are going to be 2 different records.
And the
for
reason
that.
why I want to do that is because in this genre of Latin urban, like reggaeton pop, it's dominated by, our Puerto Rican, Dominican,
Oh, for sure.
Caribbean brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? Because that's
Yeah.
where that's the birth of this music.
For sure.
And so now everyone is kind of taking a stab at it, like people from, Colombia,
Oh, of
people
course.
from
You got like
Guatemala.
Yeah, you got like Maluma and J Balvin that are not even.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And so the reason why I wanted to do a mariachi version of it was so that people would see, just to kind of nod my hat to, I'm Mexican American.
Mexicans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are from Piedras Negras, Coahuila. Arriba el norte. Puro norte, ¿verdad? ¿Verdad, Karla? Eh.
You don't have
Honestly-
the Mexican song on there? No.
No, you told me to delete it.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, my bad.
It's because Tim thinks he's half Spaniard.
No, I am
Anyway,
though.
no, you're not.
Yes,
Tim.
I am. I'm half.
Oh
I'm
my
half
God,
Spanish, bro.
Your dad's.
I'm
Your
legit-
dad is from Frisco, bro.
I'm legitimate.
Today,
I mean,
Junior.
yeah. I was trying to think of a comeback. I was gonna be like Frisco, Madrid. Yeah, no, yeah, Frisco. No, but I mean that's why I'm 6'1". For everybody out there who thinks that I'm a lot shorter than I am, that happens
6'1", black
every
belt.
time. 6'1" black belt, 165, just shredded. No, I'm just kidding. But
Okay, there's a lot of tall Mexicans also.
no,
Yes, there
Not
is.
a
You
lot.
just don't know them.
exactly.
Because there's not a lot.
Because there's not a lot. Like you just proved my point.
You're like, how tall are you, Javi? I'm 5'6", but my personality is 6'3".
5'6"?
So
Yeah, but on the week,
5'6"?
yeah,
I'm 5'6".
but on the weekends when he wears heels, he's like
I'm
6 foot.
whoa! Hold on, I gotta pay for this music.
He's like, no, this
He's
gotta
like,
work
Tim, you're
somehow."
always overcharging me.
I know, right? Every month you keep going up, man. You keep
I
going up.
know.
Your rate just keeps going up.
I know,
No,
but
but
Robin eats a lot.
that fool, I swear. Look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Mas triste,
Look at that
bro.
guy. Look at that
Yeah,
guy.
he stopped. He stopped, right? When
Yeah,
you
he stopped right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
stay right
You
there.
see,
He's trained.
I got the back. Yeah, he starts. He goes to his belly and he just starts.
Yeah.
flipping up. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Robin. Shout out to Robin.
Shout out.
But yeah, man. So you definitely have a lot of music coming out, which is
Yeah, man.
super dope. I'm
I'm
really
excited.
excited for you. I'm really excited for this single to come out. There's been a lot of
Yes.
promo. The video. I haven't seen the full video. which I usually do. Y'all just haven't included me.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. But from what I've seen, it looks legit, bro.
It's legit.
It looks legit. I mean,
It's legit.
Apparently, they got a lot of CGI in there. There's like avatars, spaceships.
He's like, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, a couple of Avengers come out in the music video. It's crazy.
I'm probably going to get roasted for this.
Oh Lord.
But what is CGI?
Oh.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh my God.
Hold on, let me guess.
Just guess the.
Hold on,
just guess it.
CGI, right?
Yes, CG.
CGI, cinematic, graphic,
You-
cinematography,
No.
creative,
I'll give you the first one. Computer.
computer graphic.
No. Computer generated. I don't even know what the I's for. I just know computer
Y'all
generated.
just wow.
Computer generated interface?
That sounds.
Inter-
yeah, we'll just go with
Well,
that.
Hold on, let me look this up.
This is insane. Well, okay, so you're saying just all the animated stuff.
Yeah, like literally, it's like
You could
all.
have just said that, bro.
Yeah, but no CGI. CG.
Computer
Computer
generated imagery.
imagery. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but
I didn't even have to Google it, bro.
yeah, I was googling right now, and it gave me something really weird. So I don't. I was like, oh,
We can't talk
got
about
a
that on this
virus on my
podcast.
computer right now. No, yeah, but yeah, man. So what? So you said that going back to your music.
God, going back to music.
Time to go back to your music again.
Wow.
So you're looking to do a body of work, which I think
Yeah.
that's really, really cool. Let a lot of people know. I mean, as far as like doing this, like people that are really, really, really wanting to try to do this and do it right.
That's a key word. Right.
Yeah, do it right. Do it right. You don't have to obviously say how much you spend, but just tell people how much effort and how
Tell
much.
people how much you make.
I know, right? Like how much is invested into doing music videos, promos, all that stuff.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Best answer.
It's a lot, just like
It's
your
a
Benz.
lot.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Just like your Benz with the
like your Benz.
Lamborghini
Lambo
doors, Lambo doors coming out. He just has doors open and they just
Doves come
No,
out.
I just walk up and it has sensors.
ah.
So no, but if you walk up, it'll kick you.
It'll say nah.
It has an amp.
Welcome to the gulag.
Honestly,
Julio said, "What? Who?
So I'm back here again. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, go ahead.
you guys have the attention span of a moth.
It's really bad here.
We
Look,
are.
I suffer
just-
from ADHD. I suffer from a lot of mental disorders.
Brain damage.
No,
A
you
lot of
don't.
brain damage. Yeah, I'm a psychopath, bro.
mental health is important, guys.
It is. That's why I do what I do. That's why one hour a day I do my jujitsu. I go work out.
You should
I
watch.
have to.
You should watch the first podcast.
I know. I know. You should have watched the first one, bro. It's already out.
It's the number one podcast.
Yeah. How do you not?
No, it's the number one trending podcast. We're not.
sorry.
We're not number one yet. We're
But
just.
we're
It's getting out there.
It's good. Just check the charts, bro. Just
After
check
the
the charts.
Julio podcast,
Yeah.
it went on the rise. It's just there's nowhere but up from here.
It's
Right.
to the moon, bro.
Yeah, to the moon. Dogecoin to the moon.
Yeah.
Do you invest at all? Do you do any investments?
No, I want to though. And
Obviously into his car.
I need to bring my brother on. I know. I think Josh does. I think he's the only person that I know that does invest. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I lose
He
money.
needs to invest into better Wi-Fi. That's all I can say. Boys
I
lagging
lose-
all the time.
I lose money that's in my pocket. So
Josh, just kidding.
I would definitely need help with investing, but maybe.
Well, if you're losing your money, then I'm losing my money because you have my money.
my poor kid, you can sponsor him 10 cents a day. And I'll send you a photo of him.
No,
Yeah.
no, that didn't.
That's
age
what they do.
well. You
Oh,
send
yeah.
you
Oh,
pay
yeah,
money
yeah,
for
yeah,
photos.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
That's what they used to
doesn't
do.
age well. Please don't pay for that. Back to the music, guys.
We just got a sign from one of our producers. They said, "Back to the
Back to
music,
music.
please. Back to the music."
Please edit that out.
No editing
no,
here.
no.
This is
It's
a
all
raw
raw
pack
footage,
podcast,
bro.
and then right here we put an edit.
It's all choppy.
All right, go
Oh
ahead.
man.
Moving on. No, back to the music, man. Back.
Yeah. I mean, for me, back to music.
Yeah.
I want to pick off on you said. So for the rest of the year, you have singles like for
Yep.
this every month.
Yeah.
Wow.
But starting in June.
Today.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
Destiny.
with Destiny.
Yeah,
Destiny starring.
Sin
That's right.
Gravedad, and then I have another one coming up in July.
Yeah.
Julier.
Julier. Man, you don't know nothing, Julier.
Are you jacuzzing me?
So July, August,
And then-
September, October,
November.
and
then-
November.
And then guess what?
God, and December.
Yes.
Yeah, you doing a Christmas song or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
Little drummer boy.
Ew. I hate that song.
Hey,
So
hey,
much.
You know who did? You know who did that song?
You?
What?
What?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
No,
It was a question. I answered.
No, I'm saying our friend Ruby. Shout out to Ruby. Remember she did that.
Wow.
And he's over here saying that he hates
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And you know who's
Ruby, you sing
you know who's
beautiful.
texting me right now too is Ruby. I haven't opened this message, but I'm definitely letting her know right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she's.
Ruby, no, I love you, Ruby. I just don't like that song.
That's not what he said before the podcast started.
That's not true.
Yeah, he said that y'all were beefing. Y'all are gonna also have a YouTube boxing match.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be first me and Julio, then me and Ruby.
yeah, then you and Ruby.
She's probably gonna win.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's tough. She's a tough cookie. We're gonna
She's
have
tough
her on the
She's
podcast.
purple belt, bro.
She's purple belt. But yeah, no, I mean we're gonna have
She's
her on the
gonna
podcast.
start out by saying mucho gusto. Yo soy
Ruby
Rubita."
de la ocho pow pow. And then go
Knockout, right? I'm gonna be there.
do you have any interesting collabs?
I have a song coming out with Destiny tomorrow.
But do you have any plans with anybody else?
Here is an honest answer about collabs.
Okay.
Okay. That took a little
Yeah,
turn.
it
I
took
don't
a
know.
little
Okay.
turn. It sounded a little dark too the
Yeah,
way you did
yeah.
it. Hey, can
Not everybody is opening to collabing with someone that's an unknown artist, and that's just a reality that we live in.
I wouldn't
It's-
call you
there's a
unknown. I wouldn't say unknown.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I wouldn't say unknown. God, Julio's unknown. But that,
God.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He gets a jab at every turn.
Yeah, he does, he does,
No,
he
he's my
sure
boy
does.
though. He's my boy. He knows I'm kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
So, what were we talking about again?
Yeah, unknown artist.
Yeah. Collabing and
we have a really small attention span
We
on
do.
This, on this podcast.
Listen, it's hard sometimes to just want to collaborate with people. I think I've maybe made a couple attempts with a couple different artists, and it doesn't really pan out.
Yeah.
Or we're ghosted. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just the
yeah.
way that works. And I get it, because when it's someone that you don't know, like if someone that I did know approached me about collabing, I'd be like, do I even know you? Like,
Yeah, like who are you?
right.
But you're approaching these people like DMs. Do you have some of their number? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like connection. Because I know people that have like, oh, well, I messaged them on Instagram. They didn't hit me back. Like,
Yeah,
they just shot their shot. And it was like, whoa.
No, not a DM. Because some of these, like, there's no way that they would see.
Yeah. And as I'm saying,
It's usually like they're one person away from me.
Yeah.
And that's a
because
situation
this
that
industry is small.
it's small.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. Like you're legitimately one person away from whoever.
because I know there's artists that think, well,
Or a couple, at least a
if
couple
I
people.
get a collab with Javi, you know, it puts me on the map. Obviously, can you like let them know like it doesn't work like that? Like it does.
Yeah,
exist.
no, I mean it's the analogy that I always tell a lot of artists. You have to shoot your shot multiple times.
It's true.
with music. I'm saying
Yeah, yeah.
not with getting somebody, but just making music.
Yeah.
Like I think there's like a case study or whatever on that, but it's like a 1 in a million shot that you put out one single and you blow up.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, some people market the mess out of stuff. Like you see like Old Town Road, he got the song from some kid that was at a college who made the beat, flipped a 9 Inch Nails record, used it, and then he made the song with the guy, went nowhere, went on TikTok, found a black cowboy that dances, and he put that over the music and it blew up. So there was a marketing thing behind it, and he put a lot of effort into it. Also probably sold his soul, but that's neither here nor there. And he literally did that, and it blew up. But that's, once again, we're talking 1 in a million. You know,
Take notes, Julio again.
so we're talking like for real. It takes it shooting your shot. It's like I have a buddy, and no shade. I'm not trying to do that, but I'm trying to make an analogy.
of course.
That there's some guys that maybe aren't the best looking guy in the world, and they're dating like an Instagram model, and I'm like, how in the world what did you do? And most of these people, it's like, man, I just shot my shot with every single girl. And there's that
Confidence.
one girl. Like all the other girls in Dallas were like, no, you're fat, you're ugly. No, you're fat, you're ugly. No, you're fat, you're ugly. And there was one girl that was beautiful that didn't care about looks and was like, you're funny. Like I like you, and you like me for who I am, and I'm gonna like you for who I am. And dude, they're engaged.
Yeah.
And this guy looks like the Elephant Man. No, just kidding. That's a joke. No, he doesn't. But yeah. I mean, he'll say it all the time. Like, man, I'm not that great looking. I'm fat. Like I'm this and that. But he shot his shot so many times that it finally. It's the same thing with making records. You keep putting out records. You keep putting out records. You keep putting out records until there's something that people really recognize you for, or a body of work or whatever the case is, and it goes somewhere. You know, it's the same thing with relationships and you know, it's like you, like who was the first big person in our industry that you met? Because you know a lot of big people.
I don't know the order.
Well, the Leales, especially
yeah,
back in the
the
day.
Leales.
But then after that, was it Ingrid?
No. It was I want to say it was Evelyn from Tercer Cielo.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I met her.
Yeah.
And was friends with her before she was married and became a part
And
of
then
Tercer
after
Cielo.
that was probably who?
It was it was probably JC, and then it was probably Ingrid, or
And
the
then-
Ingrid,
yeah.
then JC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? But you've been in the music business how long now?
Man, I started singing a long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like you've literally been in the industry for so long. You are bound.
But I don't feel like I
Yeah.
know
to meet-
everybody.
No, but you know a lot of I mean, you know a lot of bigger people.
Yeah.
So,
You do. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it's not like you would. Yeah.
No, you do. It's not, huh? You do.
Yeah, you do, man. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm going a blank. I felt like I already named everybody I know. So
Well, there you go. There you have it. But
Yeah.
no, and I mean, it's like the more time you stay in it and you keep doing it and you keep making stuff, you know, you get these features, you get these people, and you meet them, and you know,
Yeah.
and then one person leads to another, that leads to another, and leads to another. It's like what we were talking about with the podcast with Julio. It's like, yeah, a lot of it can be connections.
I think the biggest thing that I could say to all of this, because I mean, I know that a lot of people are like, well, what about the whole spiritual aspect? Da, 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 which, of course, yeah.
Of course,
We
yeah,
count for that.
yeah.
But I think the most important advice I could give to you, regardless of where you're going to land, is to always stay true to your authentic self.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because I think that is what will actually separate you from everyone else.
Yeah.
Just be your authentic self. And I think that's where I'm trying to find myself now in my music, as far as just like, even though I'm doing reggaeton, I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people doing that right now. But you just have to be yourself, and then just commit to being yourself, and just be the best version of you. Anything that you record, make it the best of the best of the best that you got, you know, and just work toward it and go for it. And then understand that everyone just has a different sphere of influence. You know, some people are going to reach millions of people. Some people are going to reach, you know, a smaller number perhaps, but it's
sure.
all worth it. It's all,
Yeah.
you know,
No, that's true.
it all counts.
That is true. No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Why don't we talk a little bit about music videos? I know.
Yeah.
I know you've always voiced to me that you hate doing them.
I do not like making them.
Yeah.
Several reasons. I think like it's just like a whole I think body image too. Like for me, I'm not skinny. I'm not, you know what I mean? Sometimes I like to dress like I think I am, but I'm not. And also, I think people don't realize that it is a lot of hours. If you're going to make a good music video, you know what I mean? Like where people take the time to like use the right lighting, people
Oh, for
like,
sure. Yeah.
you know,
like
they're
the whole
making
crew.
sure that they're recording in the right frames per second.
Is that a shots fired?
Yeah.
It might be.
He's gonna put their in
the description
in the
below.
description below. So make sure to look.
Listen, just so that it looks good,
Yeah.
it takes so much effort. It takes so many hours, and you have to be on 100 for every frame. And sometimes you're just not gonna, you're gonna be tired. Like we did this last shot in California, and it wasn't that hot, but there wasn't running AC in the warehouse.
Oh man. man, that's
So it's
killer.
I
hot.
would have been drenched.
It was and then you have to stop.
Yeah.
You have to pat your face down, and then you have to
yeah.
reapply makeup.
We have to pat his face down literally every five
Producer.
seconds on this. Yeah. He's like, dude,
Yeah, it's
he's
hot,
sweating
man.
in
It's
this
hot,
room.
man.
Yeah.
Gosh,
And that's because we have AC.
I know it's rough. So it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. And then you just have to make sure you get good videographers, good editors, people who know what they're doing. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I know a lot of people are like, man, just get a room and put lights in it.
Yeah, God. We're in one right now. It's the craziest thing.
Can I shoot a video right now?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Karla, hook it up. No, dude, that's dope. Any advice to songwriters? You know, once again, I think you're definitely one of the most talented songwriters that I've worked with, for sure. And I think just overall. But what's some advice that you would give aspiring songwriters that are really they want to take that next step and they want to become a songwriter, or maybe they're an okay songwriter, maybe just a good, not a great one. Like what maybe is something that you do, or what's just in general advice that you would give to somebody?
You know what? I think I have this advice that I got from David Reyes. Remember when he
nice.
was here?
Yeah.
And he came with Eunice Rodriguez.
Oh yeah.
So there was something that he said that for me was like a light bulb moment.
Okay.
He was saying to write from David, I love you, but he made it really churchy, obviously, because that's who he was talking to. It was at a church. But so I'll say it the way he said it, and if for those who are just maybe not that churchy that run into this, I'll kind of explain it. But he's like, oh my gosh, right
Today, Junior.
write from your own testimony. So basically, write from your own experience, and it just kind of was a light bulb moment for me. Just kind of like apply what I've lived, learned, been through, felt, you know what I mean, and kind of try to put that on paper. And then I like to like just jot a whole bunch of notes on my notes in my phone, right? I don't always necessarily try to commit to a melody or anything in the beginning,
Right.
Because I don't have to.
Yeah, of course.
But I can start jotting down what I want to say, whether it's like keywords or sentences or even
Right.
fragments.
Right.
And I will kind of just go from there. Then I'll just start filtering out the words. And then I record everything on my phone, and I have to organize. I'm weird. I have to organize it a certain way.
Yeah.
But for me I'm like, can I make it sound better? And if I feel like I can, then that means that that's not where it needs to stay.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, if I feel like I can write it better, then that means it's not that good just yet.
Okay.
So I need to go back to the drawing board. And I don't know if you remember when we did pedazos.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2, we ended up we did it 3 times. The second verse,
Yeah.
I came
Yeah,
and I
remember
recorded it one way,
Yeah.
and you were like, I think you might have to rewrite it. I don't even think we recorded it. I think we tried and it was like not working.
Yeah.
And so I came
then I
back
remember you rewrote it,
and you were
yeah.
like, that's definitely better, man. And then I just was not sold. And
Yeah.
as soon as I remember when I left
forgot
here,
about that. Yeah.
I got home and I put my car on park, and I remember I had the melody.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not
Yeah.
coming back, but not that day. But I recorded it on my phone and I
Right.
sent it to you and I said, I think this is the one. He's like, bro, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew. I'm like, okay. So it's like, go back to the drawing board. So like, don't settle so quickly.
Yeah.
Just because you got like this pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Like, don't settle. Push harder. Can you beat yourself? And you have to get to a place where you can't beat it.
Yeah,
That's where it stays.
And what's something that you would tell people too? Like, say if they're working in a team setting, a lot of people don't do writing sessions. Some people write by themselves.
Yeah.
I think you can do both. I know you like to write by yourself.
I
though.
do.
I know that's definitely your preference. But what do you say to people? Let's say if they're working with other songwriters or they're working with a producer. What's your advice as far as taking criticism? Because that's the thing is a lot
That's
of
a good
people.
question.
Yeah, a lot of people. I should get a raise, right?
Yeah.
Karla. A lot of people, they think, this is mine, this is my baby, and like if you tell me anything about it, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. Like and they get really defensive.
Because it's so personal. Like
Absolutely.
yeah. Because if it's your song and then you're having other people like put opinions on what you wrote, like it's not just something you created. Like it comes from like you're within. So I think that's why people get so like sensitive about it, which I get it. But the flip side of that is, but do you want like a good song or not? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like that thing that you had told me like many, many years ago that stuck in my brain was like, check your ego at the door. What's best for the song?
Yeah, I
Not
tell it to Dino
what's-
all the time.
Not what's best for my ego.
Like, don't ever speak over me like that again. Dino, check
Picks
your
up
ego
the
at the
paddle
door.
and just kinda
Yeah,
like-
yeah. But no, that's good. I even forgot I said that.
What's best for the song? What's best for the
Yeah,
song?
yeah.
And we did at I was at a writers retreat not long ago,
Oh, that's right.
and it was pretty cool. Like that was like my first real writers retreat where I just felt like I was like flourishing. But it was everyone there was at least seasoned. So like you weren't working with people with different experiences. Everyone there was seasoned. So it was cool to see like some people that were just like really natural and really quick with it, and some people it took them a lot more time to just find words or whatever. And you know what? In songwriting, some people are gonna be better with words, like they're more of a wordsmith.
Oh, okay.
And some people are
Right.
better with melodies.
Gotcha.
And some
Yeah.
people are more like in like a formatting, like a roadmap person. They're like,
right.
like for instance, we were writing this song, and I said, and they were like not sure that it was great. I was like, honestly, guys, I think your chorus should be the bridge, and the bridge should be the chorus. And when we flipped it, they were like, oh my God, that's the song.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a genius.
So some people know how to look at songs from
Right.
From a higher level,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
say that needs a bridge, or that needs to move over here, or this needs to be said later. That's too soon. You're giving it away. Wait. So like, there's people that are good with that stuff, and there's people who are just like nuts, and they're good at all three. But we just all can't be Ryan Tedder.
Yeah,
It's not fair.
So how did you write the smash hit for Josh Groban? You Raise Me Up. What inspired you to write that song?
Man, I can't say what just popped into my head.
No, you can say it.
Yeah, you say it. This is the number one trending podcast,
Yeah.
okay, in the world.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I mean,
you're not.
no, I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Edit that out. I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not gonna edit it.
No, okay, yeah. No. I mean, that's a lot of that is really, really good advice. And
But look at the success of a team, though.
yeah,
Like, there's nothing wrong with writing by
Nothing wrong
yourself.
with it.
No,
but when
nothing
you're
wrong
able
with
to
it.
show it to
yeah.
a team of 3 or 4.
No, for sure.
I mean,
For sure.
yeah.
And like I said, I think you're really efficient in writing by yourself, and you can write in group settings for sure as well. I noticed that you do thrive when you're by yourself, because you kind of get to a place and then you just start doing, and there's no distractions. Like me, I'm a very ADHD person. Like, you get my attention.
Oh
and then
my
it's
gosh,
gone.
that's me.
Yeah,
And I think that
and-
I've had to find my way through group
For sure.
songwriting. Said what?
No, I said for sure.
Yeah, group.
Don't you ever?
I know.
Ever.
Don't you ever talk over me ever again like that? I'll slap you now.
But the volume is just louder on the mic now. It's just
Yeah,
gosh, do you know? Get it right.
no.
No. I've had to learn to like live in that moment, live in that zone of like preferring others in a group setting, because I think a part of the group setting also is some people will be like, well, you're shutting down my idea. And it's like, well, we're trying to find the best idea, not just your idea. And sometimes that's going to be you. Sometimes, or you know what I mean? And sometimes you're just going to have an off day, and you just cannot, for the life of you, come up with anything. And that's okay. You just push through it, right? Maybe it'll be on the next session or whatever. It's those things. But yeah, that was like it had to be an area of growth for me to learn to write with other people, because I was just so used to writing alone and figuring it out on my
Man,
own.
that's good.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. That's really, really good. I'm getting the sign. If you guys know what I mean.
Yep.
Yes.
From our executive producer.
Yeah.
But go ahead and just we're about to end, but go ahead and just give some of your social media handles. And
At Sing It Javi.
and your name is not Singy.
No, it's not. It's not Sing It. My name is not Sing It Javi either.
Yeah.
Some people will greet me, hi, Sing It Javi.
God.
And I'm
You have
like,
people that legit think his name is Sing It or Singy, which that's what I've heard. I've heard someone call you
I don't
Singy.
get
I'm gonna-
it.
that's
You know
it,
what? I get it
Singy.
though. For Latin America, that's probably not the best
For
handle.
sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm trying to teach people English. I don't know.
Singy. Oh my god.
At Sing It Javi.
Javi with an I.
And then when you go to Spotify,
With an I. I'm sorry.
and when you go to Spotify,
It's just Javi
it's
in
just
all caps.
Javi in all caps. That's
All
your
caps.
actual artist name, Javi, all
And then
caps.
what about your OnlyFans?
you?
Whoa! Also singing Javi.
Yeah, that's where he sells the toe picks. So,
That's so
my
gross.
gosh,
That is so
I'm telling you.
nasty. But again, I have to pay for music. So.
Yeah. No, man, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for coming out once again. It's just awesome having you. But it's
Thank you,
you
man.
know we've had such a long friendship, and hopefully I don't ruin it by saying something and then you canceling me and never talking to me ever again. So
I'm pretty sure there's a few things we can get canceled.
yeah.
But we're still here.
No, thank you so much.
man.
Thank you so much, and make sure you guys go like and subscribe. Make sure you go and find us on
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously you're seeing this on YouTube. And don't forget to check out Javi.
Yes.
Sing It Javi is his handle.
Singy.
Singy Javi.
Singy Javi. Make sure to go and follow him. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.